So what are posts? Posts are what make up the contents of a blog. And one characteristic feature of posts is the fact that they are arranged in a reverse chronological order. They are arranged in a timely order, with the newest content first before the older ones in that order. And typically a post has an author. The author of the post is indicated. There are categories, there are tags, there are possibly social sharing icons that can be used to share the post. So posts in general are the contents that make up a blog. So we are going to create a post, add some images and categories to it, and publish it eventually. And this can be done right on the dashboard. So you hover over post, and here you can see all the posts that you have published, others that you are yet to publish which are saved as drafts. You can add new posts using this add new option. These are categories. You can categorize your posts into various groups. So you may want to add some categories that you can assign to each individual post. So let's get started to create a post. So you hover over post, then add new. So this will allow you to now enter the title of the post and then the content of the post. So title, let's say I want to write something about shoes. So something like my love for shoes. Sorry for the so my love for shoes. Then what I can do to this is that I can assign category, a particular category or more than one category to it. So I click on the drop down categories list here. Then the default category WordPress comes with is uncategorized, which you can even change the name if you wish. But maybe we can try to add other categories to make it more meaningful. So we are going to type the category name. So let's say men or men's shoes. Anything that will resonate with the audience. So you add category, and this category by default is going to be assigned to this particular post. So having done this, you can now add your content. So for the content, we are using what we call the Gutenberg block editor. This comes with various features of a blog that we can add them, various sections that we can add to the post. So think of any element at all that you can see on a website or a blog. All these features are available for you to add to the content. So if you want to add, let's say, a paragraph, you can click on this plus or the one that is up here. Any of them achieves the same purpose. So clicking on this will help you to see a wide variety of items that can be added, and these have been categorized into common blocks, formatting, layout elements, widgets, and embeds. So in general, these are some of them. Some can also appear when you start to type their names. So for instance, here I want to add a paragraph. So if I click on this paragraph, then I'll be able to add a content that will serve as a paragraph. So let's say anything that you want to add as the content of your website. So if you just press enter, it will add another paragraph until you change the block that is here. So it could be anything at all, any content. Any content. You can actually copy and paste. You can select this element then there are options that you can use. So if you hover over, if you select this one, there are various things that you can do. Actually, you can hide this block if you wish. You can duplicate the block. So if I click on duplicate, you see it has become 2. It has been duplicated. There are other options such as insert before, insert after, and a whole lot of other options that you can use. You can either use these options, or if you want to remove it, you just click on remove and it goes away. You can equally apply formatting to the text that you have typed, just as we do in word processing. So you can bold text, you can select this text, you can italize it, you can add a link. So if you want to possibly add a link to, let's say, jumps over, then click on this, you see Ctrl+K, or the link by clicking on the button. Then you can add a link. So let's say this particular URL, this particular word, whenever someone clicks on it, should lead to a particular URL such as google.com. Once it is done, you just hit enter and it's done for you. So anytime you click on this, it will take you to google.com. Now there are other various elements that can be added. There are further elements. So before that, you can also change the alignment. So this is left aligned by default. You can change it to center or change it to right, or maintain the left alignment. Basically, you are going to be using the left alignment. So let's say after typing this, you want to insert an image. And before we insert an image down here, every post that is in WordPress should have what we call a featured image. It is not as if it is compulsory, but it is what shows as the first image of your post whenever one taps on that, and whenever you share your post, that is the image that will be added to the link. So it is good to have an image, a featured image for your post. So if you go back to your document here and you drag downwards, you see featured image. Then you can set a featured image for your blog. So here we'll be taken to a place that we can upload our files, or to select a file from the media library. Media library is where you have various multimedia like images, like files, videos, audio files that you want to embed into your post or pages. And so here we have two options, either to drag and drop the file here to upload, or to select the file, or better still, to go to the media library tab here and select a pre-existing item that we want to use, precisely an image in this regard. So let's try each option. So we can upload the file here by going to select files, and this takes us to our computer system to select a file. So my own images I want to use for this blog post are located in the images folder. Clicking on this brings all the items that are in the folder, of course. Then I can select which item by double clicking on it, and it gets uploaded to my media library for me to now use in the project. Yes, so you can see here the various details about the image are equally displayed here. The size of the image, the resolution of the image, the name of the image, and here we can either edit the image or delete it. But in this regard, we want to use as a featured image. So we go to set featured image, and this adds to the blog content or post that we are creating. Now, assuming you are finished with everything we want to do, we just go to publish, and it gets published for you. But before the publish, you may want to preview and see how the changes have been effected before publishing, of which case you are going to click on the preview button. Then it's going to show you how it will appear when it is published. So you can see our post here, and this is how it is. So here someone can leave a comment to the post, such as a comment. Any comments, when someone visits the website, the person can leave a comment. So it is saying sorry, you are not allowed, or comments are not allowed for this item. So these options can be changed at the settings, which we are going to do later. So to get back to our post, so that we'll be able to see exactly how the whole thing will be like. So this is where we are creating our post. This is how we create a post in WordPress, and you can equally add various options. Here we are going to publish it, then it can go live to the website. So publish. Good. So post published, we can choose to view the post and see how it is, just as we did in the preview. So we see the post here, beautifully designed, and this is the category of the post. So if we click on this category, all posts that are under this category will appear. Of course, by this one we have just one post, so we don't expect to see other ones. And you see the author of the post, the date, and number of comments, if there are any, also displays beautifully under the post. So that's basically how we create a post. We are not going to go into details. I just want to show you or give you a glimpse of how these features can be used, so that when we start the actual project, we go deeper into it and use each of these features. Now we are going to use media. This is where you can upload the various media, multimedia items that you have, images, audio, video, that you wish to add to your content. So here, if you click on media library, it takes you to the items that you have. We have just uploaded one media item, hence only one is displayed here. When you click on add new, either using this button or the one here, we'll be able to either drag and drop content, media content here, or we can select files by going to the computer system and choose our files. So let's select the files. Let's click on select files. Again, here we can select multiple items. So by pressing on the control key, you can select multiple items, which would all be uploaded to our media library for us to use for future projects. So we have the files being uploaded here, and that is how we use the media library. If you also want to delete content, then of course you can go to delete permanently, then it goes off from your dashboard and from your database entirely. And we are going to use pages to create static content that are not necessarily time bound like the post. So let's leave this for now. We are going to have home page created and other pages that you want to use. Comments section is where you can see comments that have been made, and you can either choose to apply these options, whether to trash the content, to spam it, to mark the content as a spam, to edit the content or the comment, quick edit, to reply it, to unapprove it. Unapprove here implies that it has been approved already by the administrator and we can unapprove. Now appearance here has about 6 options. We have themes option, customize, widgets, menu, background, and theme editor. Basically, we are going to use the first 4 actually, the themes, customize, widgets, and menus for our project. So the themes option takes you to themes that are available on your website. As said earlier, a theme is what affects the appearance of your website. So if we go to our post here, for instance, we see a particular color, a particular font, a particular appearance. All these are determined by the particular theme that we have enabled on our website. So you can change a theme. The active one is this one with the name 2020. This is yet another theme. So we can activate another theme by just clicking on activate. Then that one will take effect and now affect the appearance of our site. So let's go back to our blog post. If we refresh this, you see the appearance has changed because the theme has changed, and it is the theme that affects the appearance of the website. So back to themes. Now here you can add some themes by clicking on add theme. You click on add theme. Under normal circumstances, you should have seen some themes available here. But because we are using a local server, we are not connected to WordPress.org over the internet. So the option here is that we can just upload a theme. And when we click on upload theme, we can browse and choose a theme that we have actually downloaded onto our desktop device. Then we can use that one in our project. In fact, we are going to go into details in these. So this is just a glimpse of how things work. Then we can go to customize here. Customize, as the name suggests, allows you to change the appearance as you deem fit for the website. Here is site identity. So this is your site name. You can change it. You can change your tagline. Site icon is what shows up as the favicon of the website. Then you can choose your colors or maintain the default ones. This is menu. The menu is one that is assigned to the website that you can click on them to take you to other pages or other content of the site. We are going to go into details in all of these. If I go back here, I can also get to widgets. Now widgets here are various sections of your website. So if you click on the post once again, see that widgets are those here. So we see that this one is a blog widget. On the blog widget we have these, we have recent posts, archives, we have these other data, and we have other ones here. So we can change what appears in addition to our blog post, and that can be changed at the widgets section. This is homepage settings. It allows you to choose your homepage. So your homepage, you can choose that our homepage should display a static page. So now we don't have any good page, so we are going to leave this option as it is. Later we'll get back to this and customize them. Once again, this is just a preview to show you, for you to have a glimpse of how things work, so that when we start using them, they will not be so new to you. This section is plugins section. Plugins are the various software that extends the functionality or the features of the website. So these are plugins by default, and we are going to go into this once again into detail. So we can add a plugin the same way we add a theme. Now when you come to users, these are the users of the website. So you can see I'm the only user here. You can choose to add another user and select a role, whether the person should be an administrator, a subscriber, a contributor, or any other option that you want to assign to that person. Of course, administrator suggests that the person has all the roles to manage the website. So you can add a new user here. Then this area, your profile, of course, as the name implies, takes us to where we can manage our profile. You can choose a different name and how the display name should be, our email address. You can change our profile picture. You can generate a new password and all the other different things. And then we have tools. Tools, we are going to use them also in our project. We have settings. Settings enables us to change some features of the website. This is site title, tagline, the WordPress address or the website address, and the URL are equally shown here. Membership, you can choose whether any other person can register on the site or otherwise, and other features. Time zone is here, that is to choose the time zone that you prefer, the date format, the time format, and the day on which week starts. You can modify all of these. These are for general settings. Then we have writing settings, and once again we are going to go into all of these different things. Reading settings, we have discussion settings. Settings that pertain to commenting on the website can be changed here. They can be modified at this section. Media settings, so you can choose the size of a thumbnail of an image that you want to use and all the other options related. Permalinks settings enables you to now choose how you want your URL to appear. So basically you may want to choose post name. This one I think is the best option depending on your desire actually, or the features of the URL that you want. But the post name is the simplest one, which just adds the name of the post by default to your website address, so that, for example, if we change this, let's change this and see how it will be affected. We change it to post, sample post as an option, and save changes. Now you see, originally this was how our URL appeared. It appeared with a date, the article name also added to it. So now that you have changed it, when we refresh this, it says this page cannot be found. Of course, because we have changed the structure of our permalinks. So if you want to now go and have a look at the URL generated, let's go to post, and this is the post we are talking about. Select this view option. This is now the URL of the post. So this has eliminated the date option from it. And then we have other options, other settings as privacy settings, which will help us to either use the pre-existing privacy policy page or to create a new one. So basically this gives you a glimpse of the features we are going to use in our project. In the next video we are going to get our project started. We are going to install a theme that we are going to use for our website, and then we are going to customize it beautifully. You follow this so that you have your website up and running.